Today we are going to talk about a few of the training zones and what they do for you. Let's get started. I'm going to compare the normal training zones to what I use and explain the difference. If you have not already done so, go back and watch the previous videos explaining how to do an FTP test along with the different options available for doing an FTP test. Watch the video following that showing you how to figure out your training zones. Then do your FTP test. Figure out your training zones and come back and watch this video. I'm going to start with the most common two zones, and that's the active recovery zone and the endurance or base endurance zone. Zone 1, known as active recovery. The goal of this zone is just what the title implies. You can exercise at a low intensity, allowing your body to recover from harder training sessions and loads. When a rider says they're going out for an easy spin or a light pedal, it usually implies they will be in this zone. There is definitely no heavy breathing in this zone, no physiological adaptations occurring while you're in this zone. You could hold a conversation for days, non-stop, with yourself. That's how easy this should be. No pausing to catch your breath. The pace is not hard or fast. Remember, this pace is less than 55% of your FTP test power average. This zone is very important after hard training sessions, as it can speed up your recovery, lessen soreness, and help muscle rebuilding by getting your blood flowing better throughout your body. Keep in mind that there are other ways besides getting on the bike that you can do a little active recovery, like yoga and hiking. Zone 2 is endurance or base endurance, and the intensity is obviously higher than what you're doing in Zone 1. This zone still allows for constant conversations unless you're getting toward the higher end of this zone or climbing on a hill. This zone is referred to as the zone you could ride all day long. And back when I ran in my running days, my coach would call it LSD, or long slow distance. This training zone has a range of 55 to 75% of your FTP test power average. Most of your training time should be in this zone. This zone should allow for recovery even after multiple days in a row of training in this zone, unless the duration of the zone is really long. In this case, you may need more than 24 hours to recover. Improving your fitness in Zone 2 helps to build your aerobic base. This is what you can do with oxygen. So spending time in this zone builds up your endurance to ride longer at sub-threshold paces. Now, threshold is your body's ability to deal with acid buildup. Once you go over the limit, acid starts to accumulate and your legs start to get that burning feeling. And then eventually you have to slow down. It's everyone's limiting factor. So build that endurance in Zone 2 to help you last longer during efforts below threshold. When I look at the specific zones I use in my programs, my active recovery zone is exactly the same as what everyone else seems to use as far as Zone 1. My Zone 2 base endurance is just a little bit different than the normal Zone 2. I usually only prescribe this specific zone when an athlete's HRV is signaling that they need to ride at a lower level for recovery, or after hard workouts for athletes who can handle higher training loads. For the athlete who may need a lower intensity ride, but not active recovery or the magic zone, I will prescribe my Zone 2 base endurance. It has a mixture of the top end of the active recovery zone, as well as the full spectrum of the more common Zone 2. For the athlete who can handle a lot more training load, they'll get this zone instead of an active recovery day. So in some instances, after hard block, they will get this zone instead of active recovery. My Zone 3, the magic zone, is basically the same thing as the common Zone 2. I dub it magic because this is where you should spend most of your time training, putting down the foundation for your fitness in order to build a stronger, faster you. The magic happens here, baby. So when your coach tells you to stay in this zone, stay in this zone. In the next How to Cycle Fast video, we will continue to dig into some of the other zones in detail and what they'll do for you. I will see about getting to some races in order to get some new race videos up if I can get motivated to get into race shape. Let me know in the comments below what you struggle with, what questions you may have, and I will see about putting a video together if there's enough feedback on certain topics. Feel free to share these videos with people who may benefit from them. Let me know in the comments below how much time you spend in Zone 2. Don't forget to share this video with your workout friends so they can incorporate testing into their cycling life and get faster. I'll have a link in the description to coaching services, cool bike books I read, and a link to the GoPro I use. If you like bikes and going fast on your bike, help support the channel and grab some bike stickers. I put them on my vehicles. Stay tuned for the next How to Cycle Fast video. Don't miss it by subscribing and clicking that bell so you get notified when it comes out. Watch one of these How to Cycle Fast videos just by clicking on it.